Well, check this out. We are not having Ultra Kill today. We are having the grandfather of all first-person shooter games, or most of them, basically. I actually did record this episode already, but the same as with the second episode of Ultra Kill, I for some reason had a very glitchy and stuttering microphone, which sounds horrible. And it actually did show up. Even though my engagement numbers are like super low, most people view my videos for like under 30 seconds, with the average view time being the highest on the last video. And by the highest, I mean what it was, 54 seconds out of a 16-minute video. Still, the absolute like worst performing video was the one with the bad sound, which is obvious. If someone just starts the video with like a completely atrociously glitching mic, you wouldn't really want to watch it. At least I wouldn't. I would click off too, so I understand that. A cool thing about the first Doom is the secrets, because the secrets here are like extremely good. Better than in Ultra Kill, which is a game I like to glaze a lot. But let's be real, 1993 Doom does it like on the other level. Look at that. You have a mismatch in texture on the wall, which is actually a door. Here you can find a vest that increases your max ammo amount that you can carry with you. Plus a switch, which if you flip over here, the part of the wall will open. And that part of the wall is usually like completely closed. You can't go through there. But now you can. So if you walk through there, here you have a secret orb that gives you 200 health, 200% health, and a minigun. A gun that you would normally acquire like a level or 2 levels later if you don't know the secret. And the entire game is built around these secrets. Actually, the first level also, I did get the shotgun, which is not a weapon you are guaranteed to acquire on that level. Wait a second. Minigun ammo ends in like seconds, so I wouldn't use it right now. I will switch to it later. But for now we have a decent stack at least. Let's take out that guy. Here we have another switch hidden behind that column. And here we have a whole maze. This maze is filled with like little loot, little enemies and flickering lights, which hurt my eyes a little bit, but we can endure for a few minutes. And this part, I accidentally opened it with the shotgun, but you have to shoot the wall here to make it open, which is a thing that's relatively hard to figure out on your own. And here you have the chainsaw, which in this version of the game doesn't provide like any special buffs, unlike chainsaws in later games. In like Doom Eternal, it provides a bunch of ammo and healing and stuff like that. Or in Doom 2016, where it does basically the same thing. Regardless, you can obtain basically 2 weapons early on this level. Well, actually 3, because in this level you're still, as I said, I think you're not guaranteed the shotgun. I'm not sure if there are soldier demons which drop shotguns on this level yet. At the very least not on Hurt Me Plenty. But yeah, the whole level can be completed by like 2 minutes faster, but you can explore the secrets, and it was still 50%, so there were like 2 more secrets because I opened 2. And here you can get a shotgun if you don't have one. It is like the point where the game just forces you to stop running with the starting pistol, because the starting pistol in this game specifically sucks a lot. and here you, even on Hurt Me Plenty, are getting the soldier zombies, which are dropping shotguns. Yeah. The entire game is built on like really well done secrets, which is just hats off to the devs, because it actually inspired a lot of game features that I love nowadays, like the Ultra Kills secrets, which are just absolutely goated, if you ask me. As well, they're actually they might fall behind Ultra Kills secrets might fall behind Doom 1993's. And here you have that secret passageway, which takes a bunch of running back and forth. Well, not really a bunch of running, but like the right timing, I just missed it. To get a rocket launcher, which again, you get earlier in the game. And with the rocket launcher, you can actually just... This episode's boss can like be shredded with the rocket launcher. If you have like the full stack of 50 rockets, which is the maximum you can carry even with the increase of the vest, you can absolutely destroy it in like, I don't know, a minute. And I think that's also quite neat. The only thing I don't really like about this part of the game are all the corridors and running in enclosed areas. Because even though I did complete the first game and played a bit of the second features a lot more like wide open areas with a bunch of enemies. And in this game specifically, enemies attack each other very often, and they actually can turn on each other. And it is part of the gameplay. It is an intended part of the gameplay which you can use. There are some secret rooms, I think in Doom 2 or in Doom 1, where basically you gain immortality for some amount of time. And you have like 15 Barons of Hell or something like that, or 20. When the first boss fights are actually just 2 of these guys. And what you have to do is you have to just run around them and make them attack each other. And then you basically get free kills. Regardless, this level is actually also just juiced with secrets. Here we get the red suit. Go over here, get the rocket launcher again, which in this case picks up as ammo for it, which we will need. We will need it next part of the game, next part of the Let's Play, because next part we will finish the first episode of the Doom 1. And the first episode ends with the boss fight. As I said, you can just almost skip with just rockets. The rocket launcher is just OP against it. Let's not get all the kills in that labyrinth, because it takes, well, not a lot of time, but like an extra minute of just running and killing enemies randomly instead of moving towards the end of the level, which is right here. Yeah, the only thing, well, not the only, but one of the things I don't actually love about Ultra Kill is how it sometimes might be like Ultra Kill, goddamn. About Doom is like how it sometimes might be confusing. Because again, it has a system similar to Ultra Kill Skulls, In fact, Ultra Kill Skulls were probably inspired by it. Instead of 2 colored skulls, though, it features 3 colored keys, which allow you to open the doors of corresponding colors. Though the keys are limited to the level, so when you pick up, let's say, a blue key, you can open all of the blue doors and so on. So it's a question of level designing to make the game engaging with that setup. And the level design is good, like, the levels are still interesting. My only complaint is that sometimes, at times, the level design is a bit confusing. Like, the entire level can be a huge labyrinth where you have to go back and forth to, like, access stuff. And there's nothing bad about that setup by itself, but it sometimes ends with, like, quite confusing stuff. Especially in, like, later parts of the game, where the levels actually get much bigger. In Doom 2, again, they do become bigger, and you often are just running around knowing where, let's say, a red and blue doors are and having a yellow key and not knowing how to progress. And you may logically understand that you will need to find a yellow door and probably behind it either blue or red key, but you just don't know where it is. And you keep running around. That's the, say, bad part of original Doom experience, in my opinion. But again, it's not horrible. It can sometimes make the entire thing a bit messier and longer, but it can also be more enjoyable that way. Especially in 1993, where this basically is the peak gameplay, peak graphics for the computers. It wasn't peak graphics necessarily, but it was certainly peak fast-paced gameplay. Because it was by far the best view you can get with that dynamic. Basically, the best graphics you could get, you could push with decent enough dynamics, was that. Anyway, for today I did plan to only play through 5 levels, and then I will say my goodbyes. Also, I will not only play like shooters or gory games here. I do plan to play more chill stuff later on, especially. For now, Doom, but later on we will see. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a comment, like and subscribe, and see you next time.